Humbly you came to the Are we there, ready to start?
Can you hold a minute?
Are we there, ready to start?
Can you hold a minute?
May I ask that when we start, you turn off all your cell phones, both members and staff?
Who was the one now talking? Is that Chairman Fikri?
May I ask that
Yeah, it's
when
me.
we start, you turn
Oh,
off
the
all
first
your
speaker.
cell phones,
Good morning.
both members and staff? Good morning. We're supposed to start at 10 o'clock.
Yes, well, we're waiting.
Where are you?
President.
Who was the one now
I'm in
talking?
the
Is that
FSM.
Chairman Fikri?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, the first speaker. Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
Speaker,
morning.
and all members.
We're supposed to
Kosrae is ready
start
to
at
go.
10 o'clock.
Yes, well, we're waiting.
Where are you?
Oh, President, yes.
I'm in the FSM.
Duo Chairman Wole, have a day. Good morning, Speaker, and all members. Kosrae is ready to go.
I believe Chuuk is also ready to go.
Duo Chairman Wole, have a day.
Pohnpei Central Office, do we have everybody?
Good morning, Chairman Figure. Yes, all members are here.
Are our invited guests in? I see the president and I have not seen any of our traditional leaders. Pohnpei Central Office, do we have missed them? Everybody, they're coming.
Traditional leaders, our Pohnpei are here.
Okay.
Good morning, Chairman
So
Figure.
we can
Yes,
start?
all members are here.
Are our invited guests in? I see the president and I have not seen any of our traditional leaders. I don't want to miss them. They're coming.
Traditional leaders, our Pohnpei are here.
Okay. So we can start?
Munebam Pachuantola, a Chuuk, Capuni, Bankupuran Samachai Coach, yes. Waulap Toka, Kachtigan Corros, Reselapti, on Pohnpei Sarwi morning. May we have Sultan Sap? My name is Sultan Wow. Given Zioma on Pohnpei Sarwi MC for this morning's ceremony. Rakachun Kupuriki Chagan, traditional leaders from across the Federal States of Micronesia. Around which was in President of the FSM, and not Chuuk, His Excellency David W. Panuelo. In absentia, Vice President, good morning, the FSM, and Honorable Joshua P. George. My name is Manuel Gibbons Yoma, Acting Chief and I will be your MC for this morning's ceremony. The Honorable Bueling, traditional leaders from across the Federal States of Micronesia. In absentia, Governor President of the FSM, His Excellency David W. Panuelo. Vice Speaker in absentia, Vice President Legislature of the FSM, the Honorable Joshua P. George. The Honorable Bueling Carl Warsworth and gentlemen in the gallery. In absentia, Governor of the State of Pohnpei, FSM citizens across the nation, Reed B. beyond its borders. Vice Speaker of the 10th Pohnpei State Legislature, or the Honorable Stevik through the internet. Welcome to the nation's first leaderships in various governments session and community settings of a new congressional honored guests of the ladies and gentlemen in the gallery. Welcome. While the COVID pandemic and to FSM citizens across the nation certain aspects and beyond its borders around the world who are tuned in has certainly opened through your radios or witnessing live through the internet through technology. Welcome to the nation's first ever virtual opening session for the first time ever congressional body of the Federal States of Micronesia. While the COVID pandemic has restricted and limited certain aspects of daily living around the world, it has certainly opened up a world of unlimited possibilities. Through technology and immediacy of internet, for the first time ever, members of the new 22nd Congress will be sworn in from across all Micronesia, from Kosrae in the east, all the way to Yap in the west. So, from your nation's capital in Palikir, and from your congressional delegation offices in Kosrae, Chuuk, Yap, and from your consulate office in Guam, we extend a Kaselelia, Motuo, Nesoranam, Mokatin, and a good morning to you. Today, a new congressional body will be virtually and remotely sworn in to write yet another chapter in the history of the FSM. With respect to a new chapter, a new day. Introduction of the members will begin by the following path of the rising sun in our easternmost state of Kosrae, across the Federation, and setting in our most western state of Yap. From our Kosrae delegation, please welcome the administrative officer from your delegation office in Kosrae, Mr. Artson Tali, to introduce our elected representatives from the state of Kosrae. Mr. Tali.
Hello, and thank you, Mr. Yoma. Before I proceed with my introduction, please join me to recognize the members of Kosrae State Legislature, Executive, and Judiciary branch who are with us this morning to witness this historical event today. May I present the Honorable Harrison K. Sikra, Governor of Kosrae State, the Honorable Delensa W. Bali, Speaker of the 12th Kosrae State Legislature, and the Honorable Chen P. William, Chief Justice of the Kosrae State Court. From the beautiful island of the Sleeping Lady, she indeed has been awakened this morning with enthusiasm to witness this historical event in our nation. It is my distinct honor to introduce members of Kosrae to the 22nd FSM Congress. Please help me welcome at large or four-year member from the state of Kosrae, the Honorable R.N.B. Bali. From Congressional Election District 1, please welcome Senator-elect Balik Whaley. Senator-elect Whaley is joining us from the FSM Consulate Office in Guam, having been there since the lockdown in March of 2020. Thank you, and those are the state of Kosrae members to the new 22nd Congress.
Thank you, Mr. Tali. From the state of the enigmatic ancient ruins of Namadol and host to the nation's capital, it is my distinct honor to introduce the state of Pohnpei elected representatives of the 22nd FSM Congress. We begin with the at-large four-year member from Pohnpei State. Please help me welcome the Honorable Peter M. Christian. May we give the Honorable Peter M. Christian a round of applause. Representing Congressional Election District 1, comprised of Colonia, Suquez, Sapuafic, Nucoro, Kapingamarangi, please welcome Senator-elect Fernie S. Perman. May we give Senator-elect Fernie S. Perman a round of applause, please. From Congressional Election District 2, representing Matalonim and Kichi, please welcome Senator-elect Dion G. Net.
Opinion can highlight the name.
May we give Senator-elect Dion G. Net A round of applause, please. From Congressional Election District 3, namely U, Nech, Pingalap, and Mokoloa, please welcome Senator-elect Esmond B. Moses. May we give Senator-elect Esmond B. Moses a round of applause, please. Those are the Pohnpei State members of the 22nd Congress. Thank you. Moving westward to our state of Chuuk, please welcome the Assistant Information Officer from your delegation office in Chuuk, Ms. Dorleen James, to introduce our elected representatives from the state of Chuuk. Ms. James.
Tiro and Raranim. It is indeed a great honor and a pleasure to welcome our state leaders and everyone. Allow me to welcome Chuuk State Governor, the Honorable Alexander R. Narun, Vice President, House of Senate, the Honorable Wisnit Nakayama, in absentia, Speaker, House of Representatives, the Honorable Lester D. Danny Mersai, Mayor of Wada Cheniro, the Honorable Fastidio Stephen. From the beautiful island of Living Historic Underwater Museum, land of fish and gone, I am privileged to be able to introduce the members of the Chuuk delegation to the 22nd FSM Congress. Let us begin with our at-large four-year representative from the state of Chuuk. Please welcome the Honorable Wesley W. Simina. Representing Congressional Election District 1, or the Mordlogs region, please welcome Senator-elect Florencio Sincoro Harper. Senator Harper joins us from the FSM Consulate Office in Guam. Representing Congressional Election District 2, better known as Northern Naborias, please welcome Senator-elect Victor Vicky Colen. Representing Congressional Election District 3, also known as Southern Naborias, please welcome Senator-elect Terencio S. Conman. Representing Congressional Election District 4, the area collectively referred to as the Chuuk region, please welcome Senator-elect Tiwiter Arritos. And finally, from the Congressional Election District 5, the region referred to as Lotoafeng or Northwestern Islands, please welcome Senator-elect Robson U. Ramolo. Those are the State of Chuuk members to the new 22nd Congress. Kiriso Chapur.
Thank you, Ms. James. Heading westward to our state of Yap, please welcome the Assistant Information Officer from your delegation office in Yap, Mr. Andy Chor, to introduce our elected representatives from the state of Yap. Mr. Chor.
Thank you, Mr. MC. Shiro, Mogithin, and greetings from the people of Yap. Please allow me to first introduce our special guests and state leadership of the state of Yap, whom are joining us from our Yap delegation office and others joining us virtually through our online live stream. Please help me recognize the Honorable Chief Bruno Thron, Chairman of the Council of Pilung, and the traditional leaders of the main island of Yap. The Honorable Chief Ignatius Maytok, Acting Chairman of the Council of Tumol, and the traditional leaders of the outlying islands of Yap. The Honorable Chief Justice Cyprian J. Manmao, and Associate Justices of the Yap State Court. The Honorable Henry S. Flan and Lieutenant Governor Justice Lalu and their cabinet members. And with us in this room today, the Honorable Speaker Vincent Frir and Floor Leader Jerry Fulmul. And of course, the other members of the 10th Yap State Legislature. And finally, we are blessed with the presence of Reverend Richard McAuliffe, SJ, who will be doing the benediction for today's ceremony. Thank you. And now, it is with great honor to introduce to you members of the Yap delegation to the 22nd FSM Congress. From your most western state in this nation, steeped in tradition and vibrant in culture, the beautiful state of Yap, your island of stone money. Please help me welcome the at-large four-year seat member from the state of Yap, the Honorable Joseph J. Urusumo. And finally, it is a distinct honor to introduce the longest-serving, most senior returning member of the FSM Congress. Having joined the National Legislative Body in 1983 during the 3rd FSM Congress, and has since been re-elected to office for the past 38 years. Please help me welcome the temporary speaker presiding over today's proceedings, Senator-elect Isaac B. Fugit. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chor. May I ask that we give another round of applause to the members of the 22nd Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia. Thank you very much. At this time, may I ask everyone to rise for the singing of our national anthem by Miss Miliika Lady Olin Mori, singing from our Congressional Delegation Office in Chuuk.
Here we are pledged with heart and with hand, full measure of devotion to thee, our native land. Full measure of devotion to thee, our native land. Now all join join the call. Let union abide across all Micronesia. Join hands on every side. Across all Micronesia, join hands on every side. We all work together with hearts, voice, and hand, till we have made the silence another promised land, till we have made the silence another promised land.
Thank
Can we
you.
all please be seated? Thank you very much, Ms. Mori. Can we give her another collective round of applause? That concludes the ceremonial portion of today's proceedings. I now turn the floor over to temporary speaker Isaac V. Figuer for today's order. Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, Master of Ceremony. And good morning, everyone. I am honored and privileged to call the 22nd Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia to order. Pursuant to Article 9, Section 16 of the Constitution of the Federated States of Micronesia, Section 201 of Title III of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia as amended, and in accordance with Rule 1, Section 5 of Rules of Procedures of the Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia, and on behalf of our people, wherever they might be, 4 states united in one nation, indivisible. I hereby call the first session of the 22nd Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia, which is being held remotely due to the limitations caused by the COVID-19 to order. Before we proceed this morning's session, I have just some brief remark to deliver. Greetings from the state of Yap. I am honored again to act as your temporary speaker for this morning's proceedings. Normally, the opening of the new Congress takes place in our beautiful chamber in Palikir. However, this year I'm coming to you online from Yap because of the pandemic that we are still facing. As you know, since last year, Congress has been forced to conduct its sessions online because travel within and from outside the FSM were restricted. Unfortunately, that is still the case. The COVID-19 disease is still an ongoing menace, and even though the FSM government is making every effort to bring some of our citizens home who are still grappling with the pandemic, and maybe for a while yet. In that vein, I urge everyone to do what they can do to fight the pandemic. starting with getting vaccinated. The more people are vaccinated, the safer we are. Conducting the proceedings online is not all bad because it gives a chance for the entire nation to participate. This morning, you will have participants in the ceremony coming from all states of the Federated States of Micronesia. This consistent with our national goal to make the ceremony and this Congress something for people across all of Micronesia to join hands and every sides as stated in our national anthem. Thank you. At this time, I would like to request the acting Sergeant at Arms to please escort General Secretary Midian G. Neff, United Church of Christ, Pohnpei, to the podium to give the invocation. Please all rise for the invocation.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Monay ban Padron Willianti, Riay Silaban Momotso, and Christ, Nanafasam. Iman Padron Tiangki, Heitungal, Sakaran Misiklang, Honganilap, Kay Paniban Kubren, Sabelim, Arakson Pohnpei, Hap Melel, Hispaw, Nan-Markian Wayne Matulanim, Sangoro, Nan-Markian Waysonu, Makat, Nan-Mal, Ay Sokset. Ay tungar sakardan wawlap, Pan Kupran, Isonan ko, Likant ko, Nanalang ko, Nan Kenyay ko, Hap Melel, Isonan kanin Matulanim, Isonan kanin Waysonu, Isonan kanin Net, Likant Matulanim, Likantu, Nan Kenyay Matulanim, Waungi, Wasai Kiti, Wasai Net, Preston, O Katie Labalap Chorus, William Son Kobong Labalap, O Korusian, Iman Patrawan Pakita, Pan Kubur, Rakatil Lolo, I Pan Patrawan Kapakap. Let us pray. Sovereign of the universe, who created all in love, teach us to love all that is good and beautiful in this world. Teach us to honor the dignity of our differences, recognizing that the one who is not in our image is none the less in your image. Never forgetting that the people not like us are still people like us. At this fateful moment in the human story, which devastating impact of the coronavirus around the world, bless us that we may be a blessing to others. Guide our nation and our leaders to honor you by honoring one another in their words and deeds, so that by reaching out in love, we may turn enemies into friends and become your family on earth as you are our parent in heaven. Beloved God, bless the members of this Federated State of Micronesia Congress and Senate, and guide their deliberations that they may govern this great and wonderful nation of ours with wisdom and justice, grace and compassion, bringing honor to your name and your blessing to your people. We pray and ask this in Jesus, our Lord and Savior. Amen. Please be seated.
Thank you very much, General Secretary Midian G. Neth. If there is no objection, I'd like to call upon Senator-elect Florencio Sincero Harper to be our temporary floor leader this morning. Any objection? If none, so be it. Our next item on our order of business this morning is adoption of the temporary rules of procedures. May I call on the temporary floor leader?
Thank you very much, temporary speaker. It is indeed a great privilege and honor for me to be appointed as the temporary floor leader of this 22nd Congress. And I extend my gratefulness to you, temporary speaker, for such an appointment. And if I may not be out of order, I move that this 22nd Congress adopts the rules of procedures last 21st Congress to be its temporary rules of procedures. I am Mr. Speaker, temporary speaker.
Second. Been moved and seconded that we use the temporary rules of procedure for the 21st Congress to be our temporary rules of procedure. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Our next item is appointment of the temporary chief clerk. I'd like to, at this time, for the purpose of our transactions today, appoint Ms. Jessica Arlene Reyes as our temporary clerk.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nay. Opposed, nay. So the Ms. Jessica Reyes is our temporary clerk, chief clerk, to get our business in order for this morning and for today. Our next item is appointment of the Credential Committee. May I now call upon the following senators to constitute the Credential Committee. Let me begin with Senator Joseph J. Urusmal, the at-large member from YAP as chairman. Senator Wesley W. Simina, at-large from the state of Chuuk, member. Senator Peter M. Christian, at-large from the state of Pohnpei, member, and Senator Aaron B. Palik, member from the state of Kosrae. I will call for a short recess for the committee to constitute and review the credential of all the senators elect so that we can seat them and get the 22nd Congress in business. And while we're in this session, I ask the Utwe Voice Youth Group from Kosrae State to entertain our guest while the committee is meeting. And I ask that the committee meet in the members' private room. So recess.
Vice Governor, we can sing song.
Go. Congress comes back to order. May I call upon the chairman of the Credential Committee to make his report?
Thank you very much, Mr. Temporary Speaker. With all due respect to all the excellencies observing our session this morning from near and afar, I wish to read the report for the Credential Committee. Your Committee on Credentials, to which was referred the review of the credentials of the members-elect of the 22nd Congress, takes leave to report as follows. Your Committee on Credentials has carefully reviewed the qualifications and eligibility of all the members-elect as certified by our National Election Director after the March 2nd, 2021 National General Election for the two-year term seats. A copy of the National Election Director's official certifications contained in the communication dated March 19, on my birthday, 2021, are attached hereto and made part of this report. Your Committee on Credentials finds, based on our careful review and deliberations, that each and every member-elect named below possesses all of the qualifications and is eligible to serve and be a member of the 22nd Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia. Thus, it is recommended that the credentials of each and every member-elect named below be accepted and that they collectively take the oath of office as members of the 22nd Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia in accordance with the Constitution and laws of the Federated States of Micronesia. The members-elect are as follows. Representing the state of Chuuk, Senator-elect, the Honorable Florencio Singoro Harper, Senator-elect, the Honorable Victor Vicky Colin, Senator-elect, the Honorable Terencio S. Conman, Senator-elect, the Honorable Twitter Aritos, Senator-elect, the Honorable Robson U. Romulo, representing the state of Kosrae, Senator-elect, the Honorable Palikana K. Welly, representing the state of Pohnpei, Senator-elect, the Honorable Fernie S. Perman, Senator-elect, the Honorable Tion G. Net, Senator-elect, the Honorable Esmond B. Moses, representing the state of Yap, Senator-elect, the Honorable Isaac V. Fagir. Your committee on credentials is in full accord with the credentials of each and every member-elect named above and recommends that pursuant to Article 9, Section 9 of the FSM Constitution, Congress finds the members-elect eligible to serve and allow them to receive the oath of office to serve as senators and as members of the 22nd Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia. Thank you very much, Mr. Temporary Speaker. That is the report of the Credentials Committee. I move for the adoption of the report.
Second.
Those in favor of adoption of the Credential Committee report, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The report is adopted.
Short recess.
Second.
Short recess declared, subject to the call of the chair.
Mr. Speaker, I don't know whether my question will still be relevant now that I don't know whether you have given out the ruling on the motion to adopt the credential report. But I, would like to add that may not be, I don't know, relevant to the report. But out of curiosity, I just want to ask what happened to the appeal case that I know was reviewed by by a panel, appeal panel case by, I think it was something to do with the election. It's not that I'm not wanting to seat anybody, but out of curiosity, as I just want to be clear whether the court has already put out its ruling on that appeal.
All right, the chairman of the Credential Committee, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The Committee on Credentials had received information during our deliberation that the case that was pending in court was already decided in favor of the member-elect of Perman of Pohnpei. So it's finished.
Okay,
that's the information.
Mr. Speaker, and thank you, Chairman, for the information. And my apology to my brother, Berman. Because of the challenger being a more lucky by ancestry or by blood that I'm trying to ask the question, but it's only a matter of trying to clarify myself on the appeal case. And thank you very much, temporary speaker.
Mr. Speaker, temporary speaker Figueroa.
Yes, we are in recess.
Yes, thank you, Senator Harbour. You have been speaking as a non-member of Congress. And as soon as you take the oath, you will become a member of the 22nd Congress. It would also be good to remember as a off-the-record thing that Congress is the sole judge of its members. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator Christian. That's the rules and the law, and yeah, by statute, Congress is the sole.
Yes. Yeah, I do understand that, but I think the sole judgment of Congress should on a valid, legal, and undisputed result of election.
Can we move on, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, let's move on. I think, yeah, presidents have been, it's by law and the presidents have been set. Once the election commissioner decides, and that's it. It's up to Congress to decide, make the final decision. Can we go back?
All right, let's go back.
Congress comes back to order. Now that the Credential Committee reports have been adopted, let me and I want to be the first to and take the privilege to congratulate you, gentlemen, for being duly elected and seated. Now, may I ask the acting Sergeant at Arms to escort Acting Chief Justice Honorable Bulin Carl Warswick of the Supreme Court of the Federated States of Micronesia to administer the oath of senator to the senators-elect collectively. Sergeant.
Thank you. Senators-elect, please rise and take your oath. You are to repeat after me. After saying hi, please state your own name. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I. State your own name, please.
I, Victor Gorlev,
Solemnly swear.
Solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully.
that I will faithfully
Execute the office of Senator.
Execute the office of Senator.
Of the Congress.
Of the Congress.
Of the Federated States of Micronesia.
Of the Federated States of Micronesia.
And will.
And will.
To the best of my ability.
To the best of my ability.
Uphold.
Uphold.
Promote.
Promote.
And support.
And support.
The laws and the Constitution.
The laws and the Constitution.
Of the Federated States of Micronesia.
Of the Federated States of Micronesia.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Mr. Speaker, I wish to rise on a point of privilege.
Senator Moses, rise on the point of privilege.
Thank you very much, Mr. Temporary Speaker. Before I go on, let me pay my respects to the traditional leaders of all Micronesia. And present here, I would like to say it in our vernacular. So maway tungod ko ipon ipon rakso ko and Pohnpei wan kisanan kan ko likant nalalang ko nan ko. Mr. Speaker, I would like to recognize for the record the traditional leaders that are present here with us in the chamber because some of them will be leaving the chamber to attend some traditional functions. And here with us are their majesties, the Isipao, Namarki of Matalanim, Sangoro, Namarki of U, Isonankan of Matalanim, Isonankan of U, Isonankan of Net. Along with them are the spouses, the Likant of Matalanim, Likant of U, and Nankanye of Matalanim. And representing the other municipalities are Wasai Kitri and Wasai Net, along with the spouse of the Wasai Net, Nana Net is with us today. And if I may go on further to recognize also the President of the Federated States of Micronesia and the acting Chief Justice who just performed the oath of office for us, and all those that are observing. Thank you very much, Mr. Temporary Speaker.
Thank you very much, Senator Moses.
Mr. Temporary Speaker.
Senator Wesley Simina.
Thank you, Temporary Speaker. I just want to state for the record that as all people can see, the four-year term members did not take the oath of office as administered. That is because by law, by constitution, we're not supposed to do that because we're continuing members of this Congress. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that clarification, Senator Wesley.
Mr. Speaker, Temporary Speaker.
Senator Christian.
I just want to assure Senator at large from Chuuk that everything will be okay. Don't worry.
I thank you, Senator Christian.
So, Mr. Temporary Speaker.
Senator Moses.
Yeah, thank you. May I ask for a short recess because I understand that the traditional leaders, some of them wanted to get stuck right after the oath of office.
Thank you very much, sir. Recess declared subject to the call of the chair.
On behalf of the ACT delegation, I also extend appreciation and gratitude to excellencies of those 9 marquis and Nanikans and traditional leaders of Pohnpei for attending in Pohnpei, in capital Palikir, our opening this morning, and also President for honoring this first day of session of the 22nd Congress. And in the same vein, I wish to, in recess, extend yours and mine, our YAP delegation, big thank you and kamagar to all our leaders here in YAP and our residents here and far for their support and their hard work in continuing to do good for our state. This is the first, as mentioned during the formal undertaking of the session. It's a historical session that first time that first time that we are in our own state and in session, which is, if we can continue this, I'm beginning to love it and like it and think it's the really good thing. It's really bringing their Congress to them. You and that Kamagar and Kiriso, Kanangan and Kulo.
Thank you very much, Senator Rusmal. Wish that statement was done on record.
Yeah, yes, you should do it on the record because that's important.
I forgot already. No, but they know. So we,
Senator Moses, have our traditional leaders exit the chamber?
Most of them, yes. We have some remaining.
Yeah, we'll give them more time.
But those who needed to leave have left. And those who wish to remain are remaining.
So can we go back?
Yes.
Congress comes back to order. Now, our next item on our order of business this morning is to ask the acting temporary chief clerk to make the roll call.
Temporary Speaker, Senator Aridos,
Yes.
Senator Christian, Senator Golan,
Yes.
Senator Harper,
In mind.
Senator Conman,
Yes.
Senator Moses,
Hey.
Senator Nath, Senator Palik,
Present.
Senator Perman,
Amen.
Senator Romalo,
Amen.
Senator Simena,
Yes.
Senator Orozamal.
I am here. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Wali. Temporary Speaker Figure.
I'm here.
Mr. Temporary Speaker, all 14 members are present.
We have a full house.
John recess.
So recess declared subject to the call of the chair.
Speaker, I didn't hear my name announced.
It was announced, but you were busy working on your mask, Senator Willie. Don't worry, I heard and I have your back.
Okay.
But while we're in recess, Honorable Temporary Speaker and members, again, I'd like to repeat my respect to Nankan of Net, who is still with us. And I want to thank him for being here with us throughout this reorganization period of our session, and then the President of our country and Acting Chief Justice. Thank you very much. As was loosely and officially decided during one of our sessions, it was recommended that we maintain the status quo of the 21st Congress to be like the procedures of the 21st Congress to become the organization for the 22nd Congress. And when we go back to session, I hope that we would maintain that. Thank you very much, Mr. Temporary Speaker.
Thank you very much, Senator Christian. Let's go back. Congress comes back to order. Our next item on our order of business is to adopt some rules to guide us through the morning and throughout the 21st Congress. May I call upon the temporary floor leader to make a motion that we adopt the rules of procedure of the 21st Congress as the permanent rules of procedure of the 22nd Congress. Floor leader, temporary floor leader.
Thank you again, temporary speaker. I move that this second Congress has adopted the rules of the 21st Congress as its rule of procedure, permanent rule of procedure. I so move, Mr. Speaker, temporary speaker.
Okay,
Been moved and seconded that we adopt the temporary rules, the rules of the 21st Congress as the rule of procedure for the 22nd Congress. All those in favor say aye.
aye.
Opposed, nay. It's been moved and seconded that the temporary rules of the procedure of the 21st Congress of the be adopted as the permanent rules of the 21st FSM Congress. Once again, may I ask that we take a short recess to caucus. And I ask that we all go into our private room to decide who's gonna, for the organization of the Congress. So recess declared.
Okay, we decided already. Can we come back?
Chief Clerk,
Yes, Chairman Orozmal.
you can make the necessary correction on the reference to the Congress 22nd. On the permanent rules.
Noted, Chairman.
Manila Usata.
You don't have to do it.
Isaac,
Yes, sir.
enjoy your few seconds more, you know. First,
Yeah,
you'll be fired.
that's why
from
I'm
the-
not delaying.
Yeah.
And then I'll enjoy the minute. Can we go back into session? Congress comes back into session. It's time, it's the moment that we've been waiting for, and that is to elect the Speaker of the 22nd Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia. May I get a nomination?
Mr. Speaker,
Senator Christian,
on behalf of the delegation from the state of Pohnpei, we nominate Senator-elect, Senator, not Senator-elect, Senator, what's his name again? Wesley Simina. I forgot your name.
Second.
I nominate Wesley Simina, Senator Simina from Chuuk, as the Speaker of the 22nd Congress.
Second. Second.
been moved and seconded that the at-large senator from Chuuk, Wesley Simina, be elected as the Speaker of the 22nd Congress. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. It's unanimous. May I take this time to congratulate the Speaker, Wesley Simina, as Speaker of the 22nd Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia. May I ask Speaker Wesley Simina to take the podium to preside.
Short recess, please.
So recess declared.
A short recess is for you to be able to gather all your belongings, your household goods, and all those things and leave the house. And Wesley to invite his relatives.
I think, can you also change Senator Joseph Rusuma's name?
Vice Speaker, Senator, still using my name's it's my gavel.
Speaker, did you go to fishing last few days?
Congress will now come back to session. Thank you very much, Senator Fikir. Thank you all very much. First of all, I would like to express on behalf of all members and staff of the 22nd FSM Congress, our sincere appreciation to Senator Isaac V. Fikir of Yap State for presiding over the opening of our first regular session of the 21st Congress. As always, this done is part masterfully and admirably this morning. Please let us give him a well-deserved big round of applause. May I also take this opportunity on behalf of my family and the people of Chuuk, and of course, the 22nd FSM Congress, to extend our heartfelt greetings and respect to the leaders of our national government, His Excellency President Panuelo and his family, and the cabinet and staff of the executive branch, Excellencies, member of our diplomatic corps, whoever is present, our honorable governors and lieutenant governors of Yap, Chuuk, Pohnpei, and Kosrae, their families and staffs of their respective administrations. Our honorable acting Chief Justice and justices of the FSM Supreme Court, the honorable presiding officers and members of our 4 states legislatures, our honorable Chief Justices and justices of our 4 state courts, all honorable mayors and leaders of our local governments, and other dignitaries present or who are observing our opening session from different places. I am indeed also honored to also extend our greetings and utmost respect and tribute to our beloved traditional leaders in our 4 states. And I do want to take this time to also pay my special respect to our Chief Justice, the Honorable Yamase, and his family, and to our Vice President, the Honorable Yusuf George, and his family, both of whom are not present with us, but are in Hawaii for medical reasons. I humbly ask all of us across all Micronesia to please remember them in our prayers. They are in our thoughts always, and I wish them speedy recovery. Of course, it would be responsible of me not to acknowledge and thank Reverend Ned for the invocation, Miss Miriam Mori for the beautiful singing of our national anthem, our Hutu youth for entertaining us with nice songs during the breaks, Father McAuliffe for the benediction, and our acting Chief Justice, Carl Worstrick, for administering the oath of office to members. And of course, it would be remiss of me not to also mention my appreciation to all of our staff across the nation in our 4 delegations who've done their best to make this opening day a wonderful ceremony on the ceremonial part of it. And indeed, I welcome and thank all of our citizens and friends who are joining us today in person and online in observing our session. Personally also, on behalf of my wife, Anseli, and our family, I would like to extend our special greetings and congratulations to all honorable members of the 22nd FSM Congress, and to express our utmost gratitude and appreciation to all of you for the vote of confidence that you have once again given me to serve as the Speaker of the 22nd FSM Congress. It is one of the highest honors and privileges that a public servant could have asked for, and I truly thank you, my honorable colleagues, for this opportunity. I just want to assure you again that I will, to the best of my ability, do my best to work with you and for this Congress, to continue to work to improve the administration of this Congress. This will be the 4th Congress that I have been privileged to preside over. The job has been both challenging and educational. It has been both rewarding and humbling at times. During my tenure, we have witnessed and lived through good times and sad times too. Good and bad things have happened to us throughout. Yet, this institution has weathered this pandemic lockdown and the loss of our late chief clerk. In fact, Congress has matured even more and has continued to sustain itself from such experiences. For me, I will look back upon these years that I've been with Congress as some of the better years of my public service. It is just my hope that I have helped a little bit, but then I will continue to contribute something to the betterment of this institution. It is my hope also that my failings and my shortcomings will be forgiven, if not forgotten, or forgotten, if not forgiven, by you, my honorable colleagues, and our staff. And hopefully, eventually, I will be forgiven and forgotten. My failings and shortcomings will be forgiven and forgotten by history. This virtual convening of the 22nd Congress has been challenging in its entirety. Yet it is a testament to the dedication and capability of our staff and the patience and cooperation of all members. It is my hope that it will be the first and last of its kind. So I thank everyone, especially our able staff, for making this happen. I will make some policy statements later on during our regular session. So once again, thank you. And we will now continue with our order of business. The next item on our agenda is the election of the Vice Speaker. May we have a nomination? According to our understanding,
Mr. Speaker.
Chuuk delegation, you're supposed to make the nomination.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Since the Chuuk delegation don't want to nominate the Vice
No,
Speaker,
Charter is a subject to call of the chair. I'm having problem hearing the Chuuk delegation. I know they're trying to make the nomination. IT, can we?
Test.
Okay, so that's clear now. So let's go back. Congress is back in session. Nomination of the Vice Speaker, Chuuk delegation.
Speaker, I move to nominate Senator Moses from the state of Pohnpei to be a Vice Speaker of the 22nd Congress. So move.
Second. Okay, if there's no objection, pursuant to our understanding and consensus of Congress, Senator Moses of the state of Pohnpei has been selected by acclamation as the Vice Speaker of the 22nd Congress. May we all give him a round of applause.
Speaker.
Yes, I will allow you Vice Speaker Moses. If you want to-
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just wanted to thank you and members for again selecting me as the Vice Speaker, and for the interest of time, I wish to make a statement, but in miscellaneous business. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Vice Speaker Moses, for that. Okay, if there's no further on that particular item, we will move on. Election of the floor leader. May I entertain nomination, State of Pohnpei, Kosrae delegation.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Senator Palik.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I nominate Senator Singro Arbor from the state of Chuuk to be the floor leader of the 22nd Congress. So move.
Second.
Has been moved and seconded that Senator Florencio Singro Arbor of Chuuk shall serve as the floor leader of the 22nd Congress pursuant to our understanding and consensus of Congress. He is so selected by acclamation. So please, let's give him a round of applause. Thank you for that. And on the election of the chief clerk, if there's no objection, we will defer that because of the requirements of our rules, which states that our election shall be done by resolution. So we will do that in the next few days. Okay. Now, appointment of the chairpersons of the standing committees and special committee, if it comes to that. It is my privilege and honor, in accordance with the decisions of the members of this Congress, to appoint the following senators to be chairman of the appropriate standing committees of this Congress. We begin with, it is my privilege and honor to designate and appoint Isaac Fikir as chairman of the committee, standing committee on Ways and Means. Let's give him a round of applause, please. It is also my honor to designate and appoint Senator Rapson U. Romulo to be the chairman of the Standing Committee on Judiciary and Governmental Operations. May we also give him a round of applause. It is also my honor and privilege to nominate and to designate and appoint Senator Tion Net of the state of Pohnpei to be the chairman of the committee, standing committee on resources and development. Let's give him a round of applause, please. It is also my privilege to designate and appoint Senator Victor Fikikulan of the state of Chuuk to be the chairman of the standing committee on transportation and communications. Let's give him a round of applause. It is my honor and privilege to designate and appoint Senator Palikna Weli of the state of Pohnpei to be the chairman of the Standing Committee on External Affairs. Please, let's give him a round of applause. It is also my honor and privilege to designate and appoint Senator Joseph Ursumal of the state of Yap to be the chairman of the Standing Committee on Education. Unless you don't want to serve anymore as chairman, you can always relinquish that. Okay. It is also my honor and privilege
to designate and appoint Senator Bernie Berman of the state of Pohnpei to be the chairman of the Standing Committee on Health and Social Affairs. Please, let's give him a round of applause. We used to have a special committee on climate change and environmental issues, but since that's created by resolution, we will wait for the decision of Congress when that comes up. Okay. So at this time, I would like to congratulate all of you, gentlemen. I trust that a good vice speaker, coordinator, and I, and all of you will work together with a spirit of harmony and cooperation to ensure that we are discharging our duties as required by our Constitution and laws of this country. Okay, short recess subject to call the on the selection of members of the committees and their vice chairman, can we just leave that to chief clerk to work with all members and figure out if they want to change their membership on the committees? They should so inform acting chief clerk, so she'll figure out something on that. And once all the committees are constituted, then they will decide on their vice chairman. Okay. So who wants to serve on the committee to wait? I always want our good colleagues from Pohnpei to head that, since they're always present at the office of the president. Vice Speaker, would you like the honor? I know you're always tired of doing that, but I guess that's part of the.
I will accept. However, I don't want to break the record this Congress the way that I did it last Congress. So thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, it's good to start out fresh.
Be careful what you say, Speaker. The president is still sitting here.
I'm very careful. I was going to thank him for, I'm reminded of this saying that quote that Florida always used, from Pope Francis, huh? And the happiest thing is to make others happy. So I think that's really apt at this point. So I just want that to be said while Preston is around. Okay, who wants to join from Chuuk, the committee to wait?
Romulo.
Who? Coleman?
No, Romulo, so they can find out how to get to Japan to bring his ship.
Yep.
Rosemont.
Kosrae? Palik?
If, Mr. Speaker, if that's okay with Chairman William.
Chairman William?
I'd rather him, I've been sitting on the committee, and since we can do it virtually, I thought that it might be interested to participate.
Well, it's kind
but
of.
I'd be happy to.
Yeah. Chairman Wale, is that good with you? That Senator Palik?
I nominate Vice Chairman Aaron Palik.
Okay. So that's it. I think we're set. Okay, so let's go back. Congress is back in session. We're now on the item for the appointment of the committee to wait on the president. It is my honor to designate to appoint Vice Speaker Moses from Pohnpei to serve as the chairman. And members will be Senator Kunman from Chuuk, Chairman Ursuman from Yap, and Senator Palik from Kosrae. Please consult with the president on the time and place of your meeting, especially with respect to you, Vice Speaker Moses. Okay, the next item is introduction of bills and resolutions. If you do have any, please pass them on to Chief. Okay, state your point, Floor Leader Harbor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise out of privilege to take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation and gratefulness to all of you members for your continued support and trust in having me as your floor leader of this second Congress, although I feel that there are other more qualified, senior and experienced members of the Congress that could have possessed the floor leadership. But because of your doing so again to me to serve as the second, the floor leader of this 22nd Congress, I really want to appreciate to all of you. Furthermore, Mr. Speaker, I want to take this opportunity to express my greeting to His Excellency. I don't know if he has left already, the President Manuelo, but I hope he's still around there hearing what I'm saying. And I especially want to thank him for signing the act which has become public law number 21-251. And I really thank you, Mr. Speaker, for your humbleness and kindness in, seriously considering signing such an act, which we are all happy about it. And furthermore, I want to also express my greeting to Acting Chief Justice, Her Excellency Yulin Horswick. I think she's still there. And all those other dignitaries that may have observed our session online, whatever means, in whatever localities they may be in. And furthermore, Mr. Speaker, I want to take this time to introduce our Consul General, who is also observing our session this morning. And we're very happy for her preparing a big meal for us this afternoon. And in addition to her, one of the staff, Clayton Eliezer, is also with us. And of course, our beloved Sergeant at Arms, Tuareg, is also here with us. And I'm very happy and also privileged to introduce three of my constituents who are also observing the session this morning. And if I may not be mistaken, I have here with me, I have a list for this gentleman, but since I don't know who to it from my table, I'll just go ahead and, oh, here it is, being taken by one of our staff. Well, I have here Kenzie K. Conrad, President of the Northern Normalized Congregational Churches Association in Guam, Hawaii, Chuuk, and mainland. And along with him, I have Mr. Teaser W. I believe he's the liaison officer of NAMA to Guam community. And furthermore, I have also Josephat Noel, one of the ministers in the Northern Normalized Congregational Churches Association. And these other two, I think I've already introduced them. So that's about it, Mr. Speaker, and I thank you all for listening to all the introduction. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Floor Leader Harbor. Okay, if there's no further privilege at this point, now move on to the
Speaker, point of privilege.
state your point, Chairman Romulo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And first, let me personally congratulate you upon your recent election to the speakership of the Congress body. At the outset, Mr. Speaker and distinguished members, please allow me to pick the indulgence of the Congress body to recognize some very important and special people who are in the gallery observing the opening of the 22nd FSM Congress. And I begin with our very own governor of the state of Chuuk, the Honorable Alexander Narun. And may I ask that we hold off on the applause until I finish with the list. Also with him is the Vice President of the House of Senate, Chuuk State Legislature, the Honorable Nakayama, sorry. Also in the gallery, Mr. Speaker, is the Speaker, Vice Speaker, the Speaker of the Chuuk State House of Representatives, Lester Mersai, Vice Speaker Asai Jisana, the floor leader Wayne Olap. Also in the gallery are representatives, and I begin with Junior Nomau, Johnny Robert, Keswick Matus, Jesse Bedouin William, Pipiri Hauk, Raymond Otoko, Richiosi Chiban, and Craig Rafalbe. Also in the gallery, Mr. Speaker and distinguished members, is the Mayor of Wena Municipality, the Honorable Faustino Stephen. Mr. Speaker and distinguished members, also allow me to extend my utmost belated Mother's Day greetings to my two mothers who have brought me to this world and raised me. And I ask that we acknowledge my mother who's stranded in Hawaii, Ms. Sebe Nelson, and also my mother who's also stranded in the US mainland, Perputa Romulo Tilumar. Mr. Speaker, also in the gallery, may I also beg the indulgence of this Congress to recognize some family members who are also with us this morning. And I begin with my daughter, Miliandra Romulo, and also the two ladies from the two chiefs clan from Bulot, namely Chulita Tilipi and Tomiana Elit. Last but not the least, may I also ask this body to recognize my wife who's also with the spouses, Reslin D. Romulo. Thank you.
Privilege.
Thank you, Chairman Romulo, for the introduction of our leaders and your family members. Yes, state your point, Chairman Wale.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. At the outset, I would like to thank the Almighty God for all those many blessings upon myself and my family. And I wish to also congratulate all members of the 22nd Congress. Respect and recognition to His Excellency, Honorable President David Panuelo, and the good lady. My respect to His Excellency, Honorable Yoshio P. George, and the good lady in their absentia. The cabinet members, the diplomatic corps, and all those people that are observing our virtual session, including my Governor Sikra, Speaker Bali, and Chief Justice William. Let me also take this opportunity to introduce my wife, Shuwe, her friend, Niden Mongayen, and my bodyguard, Chair Erwin Wele. and Linda Timothy, who is also a consulate officer in Guam. I also want to take this opportunity on behalf of my wife and my family to thank all of those Kosraeans who have supported me over the years and in the last election. Thank you for your trust and confidence in me in representing you in Congress. Words cannot express how grateful I am. Rest assured that I will continue to do what I believe is for Kosrae and this young nation. My special thanks to all the Kosraean veterans who have supported me over the years also, especially those who have served with me with the United States Marine Corps. The few, the proud. Hoorah! Bless Kosrae. God bless this young federation. Semper Fi, Semper Fi. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Chairman Wale, for the statement.
Mr.
Any
Speaker.
other- Before we go down to miscellaneous.
Speaker.
It's Senator Pelik.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I just want to supplement the statement made by Chairman Willie, joining him in extending, Mr. Speaker, Lenwo, and good afternoon to you, distinguished colleagues and members of Congress, and warm greetings from the people and the leadership of Kosrae State. I also wish to join him, Mr. Speaker, in acknowledging and paying respect to our traditional leaders, His Excellency President David W. Panuelo, and his cabinet staff and advisors, members of our diplomatic corps, state government leaders who are with us this morning, and thank them for gracing us with their presence, municipal and local government leaders, and our fellow citizens here and at home and abroad. And I join Chairman Romulo in extending a belated but a very special recognition and wishes for a happy Mother's Day to all our mothers across our nation, young and old. Before I continue, Mr. Speaker, may I ask that we give a big round of applause to our young children and members of the youth choir, with a big round of applause for gracing us with their beautiful songs and display of their musical talents. May I ask that we give them a big round of applause. Mr. Speaker, I also join my colleagues in extending congratulations to you, Speaker Moses, and Floor Leader Harper on your election as presiding officers of the 22nd FSM Congress. And thank you for your leadership and services during our 21st Congress. Mr. Speaker and colleagues, I wish to take this opportunity to make a statement that may differ, but one that I think is critical and important. Mr. Speaker, these are truly difficult and challenging times for us as a nation. Among these challenges, the COVID-19 pandemic and its dire impact on our economic and social structure and norms, a stagnant economy with declining GDP and per capita income, uncertainties in our compact Title II economic and financial assistance beyond 2023, lack of fiscal prudence and discipline in our public finance, and mixed messages with respect to our reform efforts, Mr. Speaker and colleagues, especially in our tax structure, foreign investment laws, and telecommunication sector reform. Mr. Speaker, on top of all of these, we simply cannot look away and ignore the needs of our 4 state governments, especially their need for fiscal support to develop their respective economies and critical infrastructure. The simple truth is that if our states are vibrant and prosperous, so will be our nation. Much is expected, Mr. Speaker, of us leaders. Let's work together with heart, voice, and hands as we recalibrate our course and sail safely through these rough times and rough seas ahead of us. Now, at this time, I wish to also introduce some of our very important people that were with us. Some of them have left already, but nevertheless, I join Chairman Welle in recognizing and thanking the governor of our great state, Governor Carson Sigra, Speaker Telencia Palik, Speaker of our 12th Kosrae State Legislature, the Honorable Cheng William, Chief Justice of the Kosrae State Court. They came in around 10:30 and they sat through. And if they left already, I just want to take this opportunity to thank them for gracing us with their presence in this session. I also wish to take this opportunity, Mr. Speaker, in the interest of time, because of time constraint, I will submit a list of names of all the members of the youth choir and ask that the chief clerk include this in our journal. Again, we thank them for gracing us with their beautiful songs and musical talent. I also wish to take this opportunity, Mr. Speaker, to introduce and thank the staff of our delegation office, Mr. Artson Tala, Administrative Officer, Mr. McDonald Eid, Assistant Public Information Officer in absentia, Ms. Ruthie Lucamis, Executive Secretary, Ms. Kenya Ismail, Secretary, Mr. Emton Philip, Office Assistant and Maintenance. And we also, as in the other states, hired 2 pages that assist us in this session. And I'd like to introduce Ms. Laura Aluka and Ms. Annie Palik. Mr. Speaker, last but not the least, it's my pleasure and honor to introduce my lovely wife and supportive wife, and Adelita Palik. And may I ask that we give all of these individuals a big round of applause. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator Palik, for the statement. Indeed, we are facing challenging times, and it is part of our responsibility to do our part. Okay, thank you. Any other point of privilege before we go down to the miscellaneous business? Let's go down to miscellaneous business. You can do all your businesses there. Okay, we're now on item 17 of our order, miscellaneous business. Any miscellaneous business?
Mr. Speaker.
Chairman Roosevelt.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. As I'm sure many of our people out there are saying, wow, it's going to be more of the same. And in a way, they are right. It's yes, we maintain the status quo. Could be because we were doing good in the 21st Congress, and we want to continue it during the 22nd Congress, or we want to continue it because we were not doing good, we were missing out on some, and wish to improve on how we were doing business in the 21st Congress. I challenge all our people out there. It's not true that we are just NATO, as have been accused by or designated by some individuals, that we are NATO, just no actions, talks only. let us prove them wrong this 22nd Congress, that this is a Congress of doing, and doing the best we can to work, not so much talk, but work in improving not only the national government, but as stated by the previous speakers, help our states to improve. Because without them, we cannot be around. So let us work hard. Put our hands, our hearts, and our minds, with the help of the Almighty, we can move this nation forward. No more just talks, let's do some actions. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Chairman Rosamond, for your FMD sort of statement. Okay,
Speaker.
who's that? Raise your, Vice Speaker Moses, you now have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. As I stated earlier, I wanted to make a statement during miscellaneous business. And first, let me again pay my respects and also recognize a couple of several family members. And my respects to the Isanankan of Net, my respects to the Wasai Net and his wife, whom are family. Also, my respects to the Chief Justice, who is also a member of the family. Mr. Speaker, I want to take this time to say thank you to my wife, my mother, who thought she was going to get away from politics, but then ended up being pulled back in, and to my two sisters and their husbands, Tanya and Ricky Olter, Rachel and, well, Tanya and Aloysius Inuk, Rachel and Ricky Olter. Also, my thank you to my brother, Sammy Moses, or Ricios Moses Jr., my 4 kids who have gone through a lot, because all of them, or most of them, tend to read Facebook and what goes on sometimes, although albeit not true all the time, but it affects them when they read about their father on social media. So my thank you for putting up with me, Casey, Bert, Emma, and Sony. Also, I would like to take this time to thank the constituency of my district, election district number 3, which composes of the municipality of Net, U, Makil, and Pinglap. They have been supporting me ever since I tried to dabble in politics back in 2001. And then I did it again, however, not so successful. But then eventually they pulled me back in for the past 6 years, and I hope to give them a better 7th and 8th year. And so I would like to take this time to thank all the constituency of the election district number 3. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, thank you very much, Vice
Speaker,
for the statement. Yes, what's that? Chairman Conan?
thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My respect to you and members. Because it's past lunch, my short statement, which is on behalf of myself and my wife, including my families, relatives, friends, I just wanted to express our appreciation to the people of the region that I represent. And thank you very much for put the trust in me. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Conan, for that brief but very meaningful statement that you just said. Okay.
Mr. Speaker. Yes,
More,
Speaker.
miscellaneous business.
Speaker.
Chairman Perman first, and Senator Conman next.
Yeah, thank you, Speaker. First of all, congratulations on your 22nd Speaker. To all the 2 years members, congratulations for making it and coming back to Congress. My utmost respect to Isonancon of Wayne Nech, Wasai Nech, Nanep Nech, Associate Justice Julian Carl. We have 5 speakers here with us from the Pohnpei State Legislature. And I rise to recognize few of my family members that also here to witness and are swearing for today. First, I want to introduce my beautiful wife, Miuki David Perman, also my youth supporter. And because of her, I'm still sitting here. She campaigned more than me, I guess. I believe that I think she's more popular than me. So I thank her for supporting me. I have my uncle here, also a traditional leader, Wasai Nech, Mr. Shaniber, and the wife. I have my cousin here, also the 5th Speaker of the Pohnpei State Legislature, Steve Edwin. I have my brother, Freddie, and wife, A1, also here with us. Mr. Speaker, on behalf of my wife and our 4 children, our first one, Janelle, that has been stranded in Japan. She completed her schools in Japan and stranded, and thankfully she found a good job in teaching, so she's still staying in Japan. We have another daughter that is still in Fiji studying medical. And we have another one, the youngest daughter is Emma Sue, Franny Tricia and Emma Sue, that's actually studying law in Vanuatu. Our youngest is Damon. So on behalf of my wife and our children, we want to thank Pohnpei, especially Electric District Number 1, for allowing me to represent them for another 2 years. My office will be always open. I'll be always around. I drive a used pickup. So if you see me, wave at me, I'll stop and I'll listen. And that's the honest truth. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Chairman Perman, for that statement. Yes, hearing your remarks about your children being stranded out there, I hope we'll continue to move forward with our working together with our states, task forces, and our national task force to ensure that we speed up, expedite the process of repatriation of our stranded citizens out there. Okay, any comment?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My respect to you. And again, because of the interest of time, I will try my very best to make my remark brief and short. I would like to take this opportunity to join the previous speakers in paying my utmost respect to all the traditional leaders throughout our federation, and also to extend my sincere and warmest greetings to them. Furthermore, Mr. Speaker, I also like to extend the same greetings and respect to His Excellency David W. Baluelo, President of the Federated State of Micronesia, and the Honorable Joshua P. George, Vice President of the Federated State of Micronesia. Mr. Speaker, my respect and greetings also to the Chuuk State leadership. Let me begin by congratulating and extending my respect to the Governor of Chuuk State, the Honorable Alexander Narun, and then Lieutenant Governor Mekiosi William, and President Arno Koni, Vice President Ustin Nagayama, who is sitting on behalf of President Koni. My respect also to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Honorable Marshay, and all members of the House of Representatives. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, on behalf of myself and my family, I also like to take this opportunity to extend my humble and gratitude to all the fellow Southern Hawaiians who have been supportive of me since 2019 until today. I would like to thank them for their support and for their trust. Indeed, it is an honor and privilege to continue to serve as their representative in Congress. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator Pohnpei, for the statement. Any other miscellaneous business?
Speaker,
I will give it to floor leader first and Chairman Romulo. Go ahead,
Speaker,
floor-
may I ask for a short recess?
Short recess, subject to call on the chair.
Can we hurry up? I'm hungry.
I know. Speaker, I call for a short recess because I want to ask a very minor and probably unimportant question, which I spotted out from the opening remarks of temporary Speaker Fikir. I know this opening remark has been reiterated almost in every opening of our new congresses. What really makes me wonder about this thing that I read here, let me try to read it out. A part of it, it said, and on behalf of our people, wherever they might be, 4 states united into one nation, indivisible. I want to, ask the question regarding this clause where it says 4 states united into one nation, indivisible. This be the reason why the attempt by Chuuk to secede from our nation was not successful. Where is this clause taken from? Is it from our constitution or any statutory law, or what is it? Where is it coming from?
Can I give you the answer tomorrow? I will research tonight and bring you the answer tomorrow.
Tonight, and I don't.
It's a
Okay,
really,
if no one can,
it's a nice
maybe.
meaning, good deep meanings, and I think we should thank Chairman Fakir for coining that phrase, and I think it is one that we should always say, or someone should always say at the opening of Congress. Okay, as a reminder of who we are and what we aspire to. Okay.
Can we talk about those things afterward? We have Father Rich here who's waiting for us to.
I'm sure he's enjoying watching our proceedings.
We're not discussing him.
Galif,
Let's go back. Maybe Lam explain to me later on.
okay. Congress is back in session. Chairman Romulo, you have the floor.
thank you, Mr. Speaker. I know Senator Kristen and Senator Rusumal will hate me for delaying a few more minutes, but I don't care. They're not voting for me, but I want to recognize the presence of all these Chuukis who are in the gallery. I would not name by names, but we have a lot of them in the gallery. So I would ask that we recognize them. And also all the people from Northwest who are also tuning in on social media across the globe. And last but not the least, I also want to beg the indulgence of this Congress to recognize my sister, who I missed in my earlier recognition, who's also in the gallery, Rejoice Meiser. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Chairman Romulo, for that. Anything else? If none, there's no objection. We will now go down to announcements. I will just inquire whether any member has any announcement, but first I'll go to the chairman of the committee to wait on the president, Vice Speaker Moses.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Before I make the announcement, I just wanted to restate my appreciation to my wife and kids for bearing with me during my time in Congress. I have consulted with the president, and we will be meeting at the president's office 9 a.m. tomorrow, Pohnpei time, 8 a.m. Yap, Guam, and Chuuk time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Vice Speaker Moses. Members of the committee, take note of the announcement of time and place.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, you have an announcement.
Well, I'd like to yield the floor to Senator Ned.
Okay, Senator Chairman Net, you have the floor. I yield it to you.
Thank you, Speaker. I was trying to get it during miscellaneous, but didn't get to your attention.
Well, rise on a point of privilege. You're recognized.
Okay, I want to humbly ask that we recognize the constituents of Election District 2 that are observing our session in person or other through the media, social media. And in addition to recognizing and thanking them from me, I would like to add on to my wife, who's very important and supportive of my effort. Number one constituent. Thank you, Speaker.
Okay. Thank you very much, Chairman Ned, for that statement. Yes, she is your first and foremost constituent, so take good care of her. Okay. Any other privilege before we go back to announcement? If none, announcement. I will just leave it open. If any one of you has any announcement, I suppose we just started, so everybody is just ready to go out and take a break. Okay. Any announcement? If none, there's no objection. At this time, I would like to invite the Reverend R. Richard McAuliffe, Episcopal Vicar, Catholic Church of Yap, to give the benediction, which would be the conclusion of our opening ceremony for the 27th FSM Congress. May we all rise for the benediction.
Let us bow our heads and pray in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty and eternal God, our rock and our foundation, our light and our salvation, before you nations rise and fall. As we come to the end of our opening of the 22nd session of the FSM Congress, we give you thanks for watching over and protecting the people of the FSM during a very difficult time for our young nation and for the whole world. And we give you thanks for bestowing the wisdom on our leaders that ensured this protection. And we ask you, loving God, to continue to bless the Federated States of Micronesia, its government and its people. Bless them with security, prosperity, generosity, and peace, and with a deep faith in your love for them. Shower your wisdom on the members of this 22nd session of the FSM Congress. Help them to seek the ways now for our nation and the people of the FSM to return as quickly as possible to a normal way of living, while continuing to protect those who are most vulnerable. Those who have been rightfully elected by the people across the FSM now stand before you, loving God, as the grateful inheritors of a great tradition of government by free people. May they serve faithfully the people who have chosen them as their representatives in the 22nd session of Congress. With wisdom and personal integrity, enable them to exercise day-to-day decisions that will uphold the FSM Constitution and be in keeping with your will. In doing so, they not only honor the citizens they represent, they honor also the men, our fathers and forefathers, who worked so hard to bring the FSM Constitution and this nation into existence. And they honor you, O Lord, the source of all wisdom and integrity. We ask all of this through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Aragon. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, thank you very much, Reverend McAuliffe, for the benediction. You know, that is the conclusion of the first ever virtual opening ceremony of the Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia, which as I stated in my statement, I was hoping it would be the first and the last of its kind. Okay, before I give it to Florida Harbor, short recess subject to call of the chair. Yes, we will.
Ask Mr. Speaker in recess. As you know, I'm having problem hearing. So can I please ask the IT to make sure that there is no echo coming back into the discussion? Every time somebody talk, I'm hearing echo.
Okay,
Or
yeah,
the echo chamber.
that's the same around here. Sometimes we hear echoes. I think that's to do with our system, since it's all there's so many systems. But we will have our IT people do that. So we come back tomorrow. Is that the understanding? Okay. So we'll come back for leader. You can make your motion. Congress is back in session. For leader Harbor, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that we stand in recess until 10 a.m. tomorrow, Chuuk time and Pohnpei.
Second.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded that Congress stand in recess until tomorrow at 10 in the morning. Those in favor of that motion say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Motion carried. Congress now stands in recess until tomorrow at 10 in the morning, Chuuk time.